Greetings, everyone. I hope you're having a good day today. My name is Matthew O'Dow Lucas, and today I'll be talking about paraphrasing. Hopefully, after this presentation, you guys will understand the importance of proper paraphrasing. So, let's get to it. Introduction to paraphrasing. What is paraphrasing? Paraphrasing is restating information from a source using your own words and sentence structures. Paraphrasing helps summarize and clarify content without using the original wording. Why is paraphrasing important? It shows understanding of the material. It avoids plagiarism by giving credit to the original author. And it also helps integrate external information smoothly into your work. When should you paraphrase? You should paraphrase when the source material is important, but the specific wording is not. You should paraphrase when the information is complex or detailed, requiring simpler language or restructuring. It is often used for summarizing research findings and explaining scientific or technical concepts in simpler terms. Length and structure when it comes to paraphrasing. Length. Typically, a paraphrase is about the same length as the original passage. When it comes to structure, you should restructure the source's sentence patterns, and you should refrain from changing just a few words. And for the example, we'll see how this works with a real world example. So, an example from an original source. So, for this source, I got it from the textbook from page, I believe, 532. And you can see this in our textbook. So, this is from Steengraber, pages 976 from her book. So, the passage goes: In 1938, in a series of now classic experiments, exposure to synthetic dyes derived from coal and belonging to a class of chemicals called aromatic amines was shown to cause bladder cancer in dogs. This will be the original text. We'll be paraphrasing. From the next few slides, you guys will see some unacceptable paraphrases. So the first unacceptable paraphrase, it goes like this. Now, classic experiments in 1938 showed that when dogs were exposed to aromatic amines, chemicals used in synthetic dyes derived from coal, they developed bladder cancer. So this is unacceptable because the wording is too close. And also the structure of sentences remains similar to the original one. And also because too much of the original wording is used. Another unacceptable phrase. In 1938, several path-breaking experiments showed that being exposed to synthetic dyes made from coal and belong to a type of chemicals called aromatic amines cause dogs to get bladder cancer. So this is unacceptable because the structure is too close to the original passage, and also there's still too much direct language from the original source. Now, going into patch writing. What is patch writing? So basically, it is copying from a source, then making small changes such as altering words or sentence structures, but still have a large portion of the original text. I can't lie, I've used this, or I've been a victim of this. I've used this a lot back in high school and middle school. And teachers would scold me sometimes. And now I know what the real term for this is. I would usually think it's just plagiarism, or like a type of plagiarism, but I would never know the exact term for it. But after reading my part for for this project, I learned that it's called patch writing. So, an example of patch writing from the original source that I mentioned earlier: scientists have known for a long time that chemicals in the environment can cause cancer. For example, in 1938, in a series of important experiments, being exposed to synthetic dyes made out of coal and belonging to a kind of chemicals called aromatic amines was shown to cause dogs to develop bladder cancer. Why is patch writing a problem? It's still very close to the original and doesn't demonstrate your own understanding or voice towards the passage that you're reading or trying to dissect when arguing for just about anything. Like I said earlier, it is also considered a form of plagiarism, or it can be considered a form of plagiarism. Now, going to an acceptable paraphrasing. So, biologist Sandra Steingraber explains that path-breaking experiments in 1938 demonstrated that dogs exposed to aromatic amines (parentheses chemicals used in coal-based synthetic dyes) close parentheses developed cancers of the bladder that were similar to cancers common among dyers in the textile industry. Why this is acceptable? The paraphrase uses the original information but is restructured in the speaker's own words. And also, proper citation is included, giving credit to the original author, which is, of course, Miss Steingraber. These are some guidelines for effective paraphrasing. Number 1, use your own words. Avoid using the same phrasing or sentence structure as the original. Number 2, cite your source properly. Always include the author and reference details to avoid plagiarism. Number 3, avoid overusing direct quotes. Paraphrasing should be your primary method of incorporating information. Number 4, introduce paraphrase text with signal phrases. Use phrases like according to author, or as author suggests, or as author explains, something like that. And lastly, use quotation marks for exact phrases. If you use the exact words from the original, put them in quotation marks. Advantages of paraphrasing. Number 1, it demonstrates understanding. Paraphrasing shows that you fully comprehend the original material by being able to restate it in your own words. Number 2, it avoids plagiarism. By properly paraphrasing and citing the source, you give credit to the original author and stay academically honest. And not only that, you don't get, these consequences like being expelled or giving a warning from your school. Number 3, it improves clarity. Complex or technical ideas from a source can be rewritten in simpler, clearer language that's easier for your audience to understand. Number 4, integrates better with your own writing. Paraphrase content flows more naturally with your own voice and style, while making your writing smoother and more consistent. This is usually best when making an argumentative essay, And lastly, it allows for emphasis and focus. You can highlight the most relevant parts of the original information and tailor it to fit the specific purpose or argument of your paper or presentation. Now we are on to the conclusion. So, some key takeaways. Paraphrasing is a valuable skill that allows you to integrate external ideas while demonstrating your understanding. You should also avoid unacceptable paraphrasing methods like patch writing or copying sentence structures too closely. And you should always cite your sources to avoid plagiarism and the consequences that come with it. And also to give proper credit to to the original authors. And remember, the goal of paraphrasing is to express someone else's ideas clearly and in your own voice while retaining the original meaning. And that is the end of my presentation. I hope you guys enjoyed and I hope you guys learned something from this. And I hope by listening to this presentation, you guys understand or have understood the importance of proper paraphrasing. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day.